Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mc777. I am back. It's been a while since I uploaded a video last. My final video for Ketsui Death Label will be up in hopefully a month or two. It's taken me a while to Death Label course as a no-miss run. It's very annoying at this point. I've screwed up a lot of times on Boss 7, Cinderella Amber, but that will be coming soon. I'm also going to re-upload my video of the very hard course no-miss run that I actually posted and took down due to video problems. I'll be getting that up soon. But for now, I want to talk about something I actually picked up while I was out on vacation in Memphis. My school had some sort of convention up in Boston. I'm living about a good hour out from the city, and I went to Memphis for vacation. So there was this old music store, well, not necessarily old, it's actually pretty updated from the last time my friend was there. Spin Street Records, I believe that was the name of the place. You can look it up if I'm wrong. Spin Street Records, they have, as the name depicts, records, old CDs, new CDs, compilations, classic vinyl, accessories, all sorts of stuff. And while I was out there, I had the fortunate occurrence to stumble upon, no one's going to get that reference, I guarantee, where no one's going to get where that quote came from. I happened to stumble upon this. It's in mirror vision. Damn it! I don't know why my screen recorder does that, but everything is in mirror vision. It's the assembled collection of the Halo game soundtracks. All it's missing is Halo 2 Volume 1. It has Volume 2 on it. 1 is considered to be the better of the two, but me, I'm more of an orchestrals kind of guy, so I naturally prefer Volume 2. I just wanted to go over it, explain what is different from the iTunes cut of it, from this version of it, and, well, maybe get you to know the basics. I don't care who you are, I don't know who you are. If you've heard of the Xbox platform, you've probably heard of Halo, like it or not. I myself have as well. I own Halo Combat Evolved, the original on the Xbox, the collector's edition of Volume 2, the collector's edition of Halo 2, Halo 3. I've played ODST, beat the game on Legendary in less than 3 days. I own Reach. I've beaten Legendary alone on my first run. I did not get Halo Wars. I was kind of disappointed by the idea of a Halo RTS, but I definitely have looked into the soundtracks. I have some portions of Volume 1 on iTunes. Rather, I have some portions of everything on iTunes. I don't have the complete compiled set, but while I was out at Spin Street Records, I thought to pick this up. It is the full combined set of all, at least a portion of all of the soundtracks from Halo across its original release in, I believe it was 2000, all the way up to 2000 and... I forget when Halo 3 released. I believe it was 2007. I could be wrong, but I think it was 2007. Additionally, it comes with a bonus disc for Halo Wars, which hadn't come out at that point. I took little interest in that, but I thought it would be interesting just to have as a little party favor for actually buying the whole compiled version of it. I think it was worth it. I actually managed to find a copy of the whole compilation new for $30. It hadn't even been taken out of its protective plastic case. So, well, I might as well get into it. Here is the full set. I'm going to try and back up so you can see everything. By this hand here, my right hand, you can see Halo Combat Evolved, the original soundtrack, Halo 2 Volume 2, the orchestral soundtrack, and on my left you can see Halo 3 Volume 1, Disc 1 rather, and Halo 3 Disc 2. They all have artworks from different portions of the game. Disc 2 has cover art from the actual game itself. Rather, the disc itself. I'm confused. I haven't played Halo 3 in such a while. I do have the disc downstairs, but I'm not going to drop recording just to check. And the center bit here... don't bend. The center bit here is the Halo Wars bonus disc, which, as it says in the back here, possesses 4 preview tracks from the upcoming soundtrack presented in 5.1 surround sound, a behind-the-scenes look at the recording session set to the Halo Wars main theme, and the opening cinematic to the game, prior to when it came out. So this was a real sneak peek for any of the Halo enthusiasts that wanted to get an early look at Halo Wars. For each of the individual soundtracks, I might as well go over them in depth because each one really deserves it. Halo has one of the most impressive soundtracks of any video game. It easily trumps Gears of War, Call of Duty, Battlefield. I don't care what you say. The Halo score all around all of its games throughout the past 10 years has trumped just about anything. Seriously, it's rather impressive. Martin O'Donnell, and Michael Salvatore are just impressive to an extremity of the word at what they do. I think it would be best to start with, in mirror vision, the Halo original soundtrack. Halo Combat Evolved, I believe, had the best soundtrack of them all. I'll start with what it's missing in its iTunes version and the CD version. What's missing on the iTunes version is track 26, Halo, which, as one can guess, contains the original Halo theme, played during the final level of the campaign, the Maw, specifically the chapter on the Warthog, warning, hitchhikers may be escaped convicts. Specifically that chapter. At the end of it, though, it has the less than 1 minute sample of The Siege of Madrigal. This was a track that was featured in the Myth games, also done by Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore, I believe. I haven't done all of my research into that piece of the score, but probably one of the best styled pieces of music for the Halo universe. Plus, at the same time, it has shown up in Easter eggs in every single Halo game ever released. At least to my knowledge. I haven't found it in Reach. Hang on a second. Yeah, I haven't found it in Reach. I've heard about it being found in 1, 2, 3, ODST. It's a very powerful theme, I will say that much. Going through the actual soundtrack, though, it's quite an impressive compilation. My personal favorite song, logically, is Halo. Then we have Drum Run, Devils, Monsters. It's got a bunch of hits. Well, I don't know if we want to say hits. Good songs for the video game idea, but I wouldn't say hits because no one ever, well, thought to listen to them in depth as I like to. Another thing that it's missing, which is a really unfortunate loss from the soundtrack, I'm trying to angle it so I'm out of the light. A really unfortunate loss is the Lost Muse. Anyone who's played through the level Assault in the Control Room knows this to be the Lost song. Marty O'Donnell actually gave it a name, and it's up on the Bungie media website if you want to give it a listen. All in all, I would have to say Halo Combat Evolved had the best soundtrack. I was also slightly disappointed with the anniversary version, but it was okay. They had redone a lot of the songs on Halo Combat Evolved in the Halo 3 score, just tossed into other songs. So that's all for the very beginning. Halo and its origins, the best. Always was, still is. Better than anything else. Next up we have Halo 2 Volume 2. This one drops the shining artwork version from the original disc that we saw for Combat Evolved. This is a very professional version of the Halo score. It's all orchestrals with the exception of one piece, Reclaimer, which is basically, it's played during the level Sacred Icon, specifically when you're on the Covenant vehicle, similar to what you did with the Maw, only this time you're on the Covenant side and you're going to fetch the index to Delta Halo. Installation 05, if you're a Halo fanatic. Like I said, Reclaimer is the only guitar version song on this, with exclusive exception to the prologue, which is the introduction music when you first power on the game. Reclaimer, getting back to the topic again, Reclaimer is the song Unyielding, which is played later in the game, specifically the level Uprising, when you're going up against the brutes as the Arbiter alone, before you find the Spec Ops leader. That is the orchestral version of it, solely orchestral. Reclaimer throws in the iconic guitar that Halo 2 was known for. Besides that, it holds host to one of the longest Halo music pieces in general that the series has to offer. Delta Halo Suite, which is, I believe, over a 12-minute medley of tracks featured from the levels Delta Halo and Regret, two of the most agonizing levels on Legendary. I played through the entire game on Legendary and it was agonizing. And personally, I believe it to be the hardest campaign on Legendary that Halo has to offer. Jackal Snipers, enough said. All in all, I consider this to be the most in-depth version of the Halo soundtracks in this compilation. Reach is the only thing that orchestrally surpasses it. I don't think that's a word, but I'm going to just run with it as it is. Halo 2, Volume 2, most professional, second only to Reach in terms of orchestral ability. All in all, third place in my list of the Halo soundtracks. And that is the, I guess I could call it the A-side of the Halo soundtracks. Now the B-side gets a little sloppy, personally. I think it does. We have, I'm trying to angle it in the light. It's hard to see, but the Halo 3 Disc 1. Sorry. Halo 3 Disc 1 includes the track lists from song Luck, which, oh, good lighting. Luck, which is the introductory cutscene, excuse me. No one heard that. All the way up to Edge Closer. I haven't listened to the Halo 3 soundtrack in a while. It's been very recent since I actually got this. I picked this up over vacation this year, which was from April 6th to April 22nd for me. One thing I like about this half of the soundtrack, it throws in the Halo theme in mass orchestral, which is very, I guess you could say, crescendo-esque for the Halo soundtrack. It also throws in classic rearranges of Halo 1's Halo Combat Evolved soundtrack, which is really cool. Admittedly, the arranges are nowhere near as good as the classics, but hey, what are you going to do? It's enjoyable to say the least. I will say that much. Halo 3 Disc 1, it's okay. I'm not going to point fingers at it or throw rocks at it. It's there. Ultimately, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Although it is a great score, it's kind of disappointing. Then we get to the better half of Halo 3. Disc 2. Cortana is the only thing visible on this disc. I don't like that. Can I get a bit of lighting? Forget it. Halo 3 Volume 2, Disc 2, my fault, once again, has what I like to call the better half of the Halo soundtrack, starting from 3 Gates and ending with, although it's not shown here on the album, ending with bonus song Love Your Friends by Princeton. I guess it was a contest winner for the Halo soundtrack. It's a nice little funny ode to the Halo 3 multiplayer. Good song. If, well, you just like to listen to it for kicks. This really hurts my hand, I'm sorry. Then we have, trying to get in the right position here, Finish the Fight, which was the first song released on the Halo 3 roster, originally released in the debut trailer, released at E3. This is the Way the World Ends. Personally, one of my favorite video game trailers out there, right next to Bare Your Teeth, and that was for Gears of War 2. I can't forget the other one. Anyway, it starts from 3 Gates and ends at Love Your Friends. 3 Gates, Gravemind, One Final Effort, No More Dead Heroes, Greatest Journey, Tribute, Wake Me When You Need Me. So many good orchestrals on this half of the soundtrack. Very impressive. A great rebound to the disappointing half of the Halo 3 B-side. And that is all we have for the soundtracks. Now, for the extra little party favor they threw in for you, if I can get it out of the case, I have literally never taken the Halo Wars bonus disc out of its mount. Please don't snap the disc in half, Jordan. That'd be really stupid to catch on video. There we go. Halo Wars, featuring cover art from the actual trailer of the game that was accompanied with bringing home Halo 3, back when they actually had Xbox Live videos for bringing home certain discs. The Bringing It Home video for Halo Wars was released along with Halo 3. When you put it in your disc, it would automatically download to your console. I still have it. I haven't deleted it. It's a little memo. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, it has the Halo Wars preview, so to speak. 4 soundtrack bits surrounded in 5.1 surround sound. I'm not sure if it's Dolby Digital or not. My TVs aren't the highest quality, I'll be honest with you. It also has the introductory cutscene and a preview of the sessions originally arranged for the game. Additionally, behind this disc we have custom cover art for Halo Wars that throws in the Halo 2 multiplayer style and Halo 3 portions of it. This cover is actually very impressive, I'm not going to lie. I can try and show you if I just put the disc down for a moment. Excuse me. It's going to be tough to display, but here it is. It's not really getting me anywhere. I'm sorry, my screen recorder is kind of blurry, but I'll take what I can get. I just really want to get this out there. That's the bonus disc. I haven't looked into it yet. Neither have I looked into the Halo Wars score yet. I'm pretty sure it's decent, at least. Halo really never lets down with its score, no matter what game you're playing, if it's an RTS, a first-person shooter. Halo Wars never really appealed to me, but the Halo score overall, definitely something enthusiasts should really look into. Overall, I know it's a different step from what I did for the arranges of Ketsui and Dodonpachi Daioju. It's a different step, but it's definitely worth getting, or looking into at the least. I'm definitely not the guy for, you know, investing advice, but I will say that it's worth your time. Even if you're not a fan of the genre. Even if you've never heard of Halo before, which I extremely am doubtful of. I would say look up the digital downloads on iTunes, look into the discs versions, give it a shot. You might actually like it. That's my final word on it. Overall, I'd say, on a scale of 1 to 10, it would probably be an 8. Because Halo 3 kind of slows it down. It's unfortunate that it discludes the Halo 2 Volume 1 soundtrack. If there was a version that included Halo 2 Volume 1 in place of the Halo Wars bonus disc, it'd be an instant 10, because that's all of Halo. That's everything Halo had at that point. Unfortunately, it does not include that. So, final word, 8 out of 10. Solid pick. If you're a definite fan of the series, invest. It's worth your time. As I have found out by experience. So, kind of long, kind of lengthy, but worth it in my opinion. Just to get the word out there that this is a very quality soundtrack. And it's worth your time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Really don't know a better outro for this. McKendrick out. See you soon.